We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved.
Chairman, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think this has been a wonderful and historic day. I think for 1 month you have not slept.
After a 3-week paralysis, a sense of normalcy returned to public schools in most parts of the country. Save for learning at Tumutumu School for the Deaf, where teachers did not report for duty. It is believed that this problem is as a result of a wrangle between the church, PCEA, and the government. It is also believed that TSE has pulled out all the teachers and deployed them to other schools. It's a teacher strike that lasted for almost 3 weeks and paralyzed learning in most public schools. Now, the private schools were continuing with their learning, and now the government has extended the term by 3 weeks. So what is the import of this, and what is the way forward? The teacher strike ate into 3 weeks of precious time for candidates preparing to sit this year's national exams. The exams have now been delayed by another 3 weeks to cater for the lost time. Education Minister Mutula Kilonzo released a new timetable that pushes the exam dates to the month of December, posing a dicey situation for the private schools that were operating normally during the strike. The Private Schools Association held consultative meetings with the Minister of Education to sort this out, and according to the CEO Peter Ndoro, the following agreement was reached. The private schools will still close in November as earlier scheduled. However, national examination candidates will remain behind, as the CEO says, quote, any learning for the students who are not candidates after the 2nd of November will be considered as extra tuition, end quote. Now, owing to the changes in the exam dates, school term dates for the next year will be affected. Term 1 is now expected to begin on 4th February 2013, exactly a month before the general election.
You know, I have to play with the tools you give me, and therefore allow me to just tell you that. I have no choice than to deal with what my country gives me, since my advice when I was in justice was so, I think, carelessly ignored.
This would then mean that the students' learning schedule will once again be interfered with, as most of the schools are used as polling centers. And with the political temperatures remaining constant, all indications point to a high possibility of a runoff, which means that on April 4th, 2013, the school term could be affected yet again. However, according to the Private Schools Association, the meeting held with the Education Minister agreed that these dates must be discussed by all stakeholders. Willis Raburu, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.